Boom, welcome back. Should you invest in stocks right now as of October 30th, 2020? Here we go. This is not financial advice. Please consult an advisor, yada, yada, yada. I can't tell you what to do personally, but I can tell you why I am not holding any stocks at this present moment. Here we go. I'll keep it short and sweet. Number one, these are insane valuations. Here's what happened in 2020 in a nutshell. In March, everything cratered. And I mean everything. It was two of the worst days in the history of markets, not just the stock market. Then we had one of the greatest stock market rallies in the history of mankind. The NASDAQ, with a lot of tech stocks in it, outperformed everything else and actually traded above its all-time high while the majority of the country remained impaired by COVID. Just take a look at this graph and tell me honestly if it represents how you feel the USA economy should be doing considering what you see in your everyday life. There it is. Does this make any sense to you? Should the NASDAQ be trading above where it was pre-COVID with everything that has been going on? I don't really know. Does it feel right? Having a huge branch of the stock market higher than it was at the beginning of the year, considering all that's happened? The short answer is a resounding no. I'm not denying, guys, that tech stocks have benefited from this pandemic. That actually makes sense. Companies like Zoom obviously ring a bell. The question is, how much more can they realistically go up? All of that money was poured into tech, and rightfully so. But I'm guessing that most of the benefits of the COVID economy are already priced in. I mean, look at this chart, guys. This is from Zero Hedge. A video chat is more valuable than the world's biggest oil explorer and producer. Obviously, we're talking about Zoom here. That is the blue line. And the red line is ExxonMobil, which is the biggest producer of oil in the world. Zoom is worth more money than Exxon. That's insane. Zoom is now worth more than Exxon. I understand that Zoom is a great company and they had great timing with this COVID thing, but those are crazy valuations. And honestly, guys, it's probably a 50-50 shot. It's a coin flip at best whether these overextended tech companies are able to double again at this point. Number two reason why I'm not invested in stocks right now is because stocks will still go up, but I'm unsure of how much they're going to go up in relative terms. Here's another crazy chart for you guys. This one's nuts. You're going to tell your mom about this chart. This is the S&P 500 charted in gold, okay? This is priced in gold. The S&P 500 is supposedly the best companies in the world. That's pretty crazy if you look at this. As you can see, basically, since 2007, we haven't gone up. We went way down, and now we're going down again all the way since 2019, way before COVID even started. The market is actually going down in terms of gold. Basically, what this shows is that regardless of what you are seeing in dollar terms, in terms of gold, which holds its value much better than the dollar, the stock market is actually on a serious downtrend since 2019. And that trend is only accelerating. I would encourage you to go back and read my letter or watch a previous video on this channel from yesterday about why I bought more Bitcoin recently, because when you start to price things in Bitcoin, the differences become even more extreme. The kaleletter.com is where you can get this letter every single day. But anyway, there are better things to do with your money. This is the summary of it all, guys. For the record, I'm not saying that I don't think stocks will continue to go up. They will keep going up. The government has no choice but to print more money. You can see my previous letters on this topic at thekaleletter.com. That money printing will continue to pump the stock market up. However, it doesn't really matter. Yes, stocks will go up, but the dollars that it is valued in will go down drastically. Plus, it's very difficult at this point to pick stocks that have a great chance of doubling, which is probably what you want, because all companies that are pandemic proof are already at crazy valuations. And companies like airlines, guys, come on, retail stores and malls are literally dead in the water and not coming back. If you don't believe me, there's another letter I wrote about this a couple days ago as well. So what is a man or a woman to do? I keep on saying the same things, but hopefully it will sink in. The only way to get an outsized return in this economy right now is to create outsized value. Ignore the stocks for a second, okay? And just think about the owners of the actual companies. Zoom. That dude is super rich. He probably woke up to his wife on the day the COVID hit and was like, we just became multi-billionaires. I mean, what an amazing story, right? Netflix. That dude is obviously super rich who owns Netflix. You get the idea. The people who own companies end up making the real money, not necessarily the people who invest in them. But Kale, I can't possibly invent a Zoom or a Netflix. You don't have to. Zoom is worth more than ExxonMobil right now. You don't think that Zoom has the money to buy 24 at least smaller companies for tens of millions of dollars each? Of course they do. All of the tech companies are going to be acquiring companies like crazy. Watch it happen over the next 3 years because they have so much cash and they have nowhere to put it. It's going to be bananas. Here's a concrete example and then I'll let you go. Google search, guys, the company Thrashio. Go ahead and do it. They buy Amazon FBA businesses and they run them for people. They are the quickest company to $1 billion valuation in the history of the world while still remaining profitable. Why wouldn't you start an Amazon FBA business and then sell it off to Thrashio? Do that once, then rinse and repeat. It's being done left and right by our students and people in our communities. And then once you have that cash, you can read this letter and I'll tell you what I'm actually investing the profits in. Hint, it starts with a B. Thanks for reading. Thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube, go over to thekaleLetter.com and subscribe. I'll send you this in your inbox every day, 5 days a week, and to your podcast app. I love you. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.